What if everything you knew about Peter Pan was wrong? The story begins with a boy who refuses to grow up, charming children with tales of adventure in a magical place called Neverland. But what if the truth was far darker? What if Peter Pan was not the hero, but the villain, and Neverland was not a paradise, but a prison? In this twisted tale, Peter Pan is not the carefree spirit who wants to give children the gift of eternal youth. Instead, he is a malevolent force, bound to Neverland by dark magic. The reason the Lost Boys never grow up is not because they've found eternal youth, but because Peter Pan never allows them to leave. The truth is, Peter lures children away from their homes, only to trap them in Neverland, where they slowly lose their memories of their past lives. Over time, they forget who they were, who their families are, and even their own names, becoming mere shadows of their former selves, bound to Peter's will. Peter's power over Neverland grows with each child he takes, each soul he corrupts. The island itself is a reflection of his twisted psyche, beautiful on the surface, but dark and dangerous beneath. The mermaids are not playful creatures, but sirens who lure sailors to their deaths. The fairies are not kind, but capricious and cruel, serving Peter's whims without question. And what of Captain Hook? The story you've heard casts him as the villain, but in truth, Hook was once a man of honor, a captain who sailed the seas with a crew that loved and respected him. He came to Neverland by accident, shipwrecked during a storm, and soon discovered the dark truth about Peter Pan. Hook saw the island for what it truly was and vowed to stop Peter, to save the children from a fate worse than death. But Peter is powerful, more powerful than Hook could have imagined. He's not just a boy who can fly, he's a force of nature, bound to the island in ways Hook cannot understand. Every time Hook tries to rescue a child, Peter is there, mocking him, turning the Lost Boys against him. The island itself seems to conspire with Peter, twisting and changing to keep Hook from finding a way out. Despite this, Hook never gives up. He becomes obsessed with stopping Peter, driven not by hate, but by a desperate need to save the children. His crew, once loyal and true, begins to fear him, believing he's lost his mind. But Hook knows the truth, and he knows that if he doesn't stop Peter, no one will. In the end, Hook's story is one of tragic heroism, a man who fights against impossible odds, not for glory or revenge, but for the innocent lives Peter has stolen. He is the true hero of this tale, the one who sees Peter for what he really is, not a boy who refuses to grow up, but a monster who refuses to let go.